Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. All of you are ready, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Good
Good
morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So let's come to the topic, children. Revision of chapter number 2 and 3, of course. We had completed the revision till the microorganism causing disease in plants. Till here we have completed, children? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody
Yes,
having
ma'am.
any problem in this topic?
No, ma'am.
Or
No,
do you
ma'am.
have any queries regarding it?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So let's come to the next topic, children. That is food poisoning and food preservation. Two topics are left in this second chapter for your revision work, and that is your food poisoning and food preservation. Now, what is food poisoning? One by one.
Food
Ma'am,
poisoning, as the name
disease
suggests,
that
is a
results
disease
from
that
the
occurs from the consumption of
food
contaminated
poisoning is
food.
the disease that is caused by the consumption of
Consumption of
contaminated
contaminated
food.
food.
Okay.
Okay. Correct.
Okay.
Food poisoning is the disease that results from the consumption of contaminated food. Now tell me one bacteria, name of one bacteria that causes food poisoning. One bacteria.
Staphylococcus.
Clostridium.
Clostridium.
Clostridium and
Staphylococcus.
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 Then, do you remember the name of one fungi that causes food
Aspergillus.
poisoning?
Aspergillus.
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 Even those who have not learnt, at least you mark it in your book that these are the tentative questions that may be asked. Clear? Now, can anybody tell me what is the cause of food poisoning? What is the cause of food poisoning?
Food poisoning
Vomiting,
when the food is
nausea, severe
mishandled
pain in the
for a long
abdominal
period of time.
region,
To
diarrhea,
mishandling
and
of the food.
dehydration.
This happens due to mishandling of food.
Food is
Mishandling of food.
kept unrefrigerated for a long time. Mishandling of food is the cause.
Yes, that is also one point, that if it is kept in a, you can say in summer, if it is outside the refrigerator, means environmental temperature is more. You can compare that temperature with this time temperature. Nowadays, if you will keep it outside the refrigerator also, then your room temperature has come so much down that it will not get spoiled very easily. But in summer season, what happens? If you are going to keep it for a longer period of time outside the refrigerator, that cooked food, then it will get spoiled. Is there any more reason? Sarah, can you tell? Sarah?
Yes, ma'am. Due to mishandling of the food can also cause food poisoning, and the person who prepare food haven't washed their hands.
Yes. Mishandling or not proper washing up of the hands and intermixing of the 2-3 varieties of food together, that also can cause food contaminate, carry some germs. Then this possibility is there where we are having big parties or big organizations, occasions. Like there we have to cook food on a large scale. So if it is not handled properly, then that can be spoiled. Then what is food preservation?
The process by
Preservation is the process of
preservation is
handling
the
of
process
Heating and
by
boiling
handling
food
of
so as
food.
to stop or great food down to spoilage caused or
That's the
accelerated by the microorganisms.
Microorganisms.
Okay, very good.
Is
What do you want to say? Ananya, are you trying to say anything? Now, who is this Abhishek Kumar 8G?
May I announce?
Abhishek Kumar class 8G. Why
Yes,
have
ma'am.
you named your name is coming to be a very uniform and unique name. Can you change it in your SNAP homework? Put it properly. Otherwise, I'll have to find out to your class teacher, from your class teacher, what is the matter. Why have you put so much big sequence of name? I can understand English, so you let it be in English only. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Don't give the numerical value. Then after that, first of all, tell me what is rancidity.
Rancidity means
Having a disagreeable
Rancidity
order or
is
taste
of
or
the
having disagreeable odor or taste due to
Acidity means
decomposition of
having
oil or fat.
disagreeable odor or taste due
One by
to
one.
Rancidity is a
One by
disease
one.
in which there is an unpleasant taste or odor that removes the taste,
Rancidity
fats, and
means
oil,
having
portion of oil can
disagreeable
Rancidity
fat.
means
odor or
having
taste due to
disagreeable odor or
decomposition of
taste due
oil
to
and fats.
decomposition of oil and fat.
Anurag, once again you tell.
Rancidity means having disagreeable odor or taste due to decomposition of oils or fats.
Due to?
Due to decomposition of oils or fats.
Okay, correct. Now, can you tell me 2-3 methods by which we can preserve food? Because we can preserve food of different varieties through different methods. Now, tell me by which method we can just preserve fruits like apples, pears, bananas.
Drying.
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 And what
Drying.
is our grain?
Drying.
So what do we do in this? What do we do in this method?
Drying method.
In this method,
What
the
do we
water
do in
will
This
this
method
method?
reduces water content sufficiently and thereby
and
prevents
This
thereby
method
bacterial
reduces
growth.
the water content sufficiently.
Water contains
We dry do it in appropriate temperature, and this is done when the temperature rises in summer. In that season, that is the appropriate temperature for drying the different.
Ma'am, could you please repeat the question once again?
Pardon?
Ma'am, could you please repeat the question once again?
Question was which type of foodstuffs we can preserve by this method of drying. Okay.
Ma'am, apples, pears, bananas, mango, papaya, apricot, and coconut.
Just wait. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay. Now here, question was that summer, which season is most appropriate for drying, carrying out the process of drying?
Summer
Summer.
season. Summer season.
Yes, summer season, because that will have adequate amount of temperature. Clear? We will have the adequate amount of temperature. Now, preservation using sugar and salt. Please explain which type of food is
Because
preserved.
sugar and salt
Sugar
and
cane
water
are usually
content
preserved by additional
fish
sugar.
and
Jams and
food gets preserved.
Pickles, etc.
Jams and pickles can be preserved by the jams and jellies can be preserved by addition of
meat
sugar,
and
and
fish.
pickles can be preserved by the addition of specific quantities of salt.
Yes. Now, children, we are having Indian food is this jams and jellies are a part of Indian food, and we all see that in a particular season, our family members prepares the food, this types of jam and jellies, and that is just preserved for a longer period of time. That is your, in summer season, sometimes we see that our family members, they make these pickles, and jellies can be prepared in all the seasons. But sugar and salt is being acting as a preservative, because that will just do not allow the water content to grow, and if there will be less water content, then your jams and jellies will not be spoiled. Then can you name one chemical that can be used as preservative?
Sodium benzoate.
Acetic acid.
Potassium acid.
Citric acid,
Potassium
phosphoric acid, citric acid.
Sodium benzoate, potassium
Sodium
metabisulfite.
benzoate and potassium metabisulfite.
metasulfite and diambenzoate. Sodium benzoate
And
and
of course,
potassium
vinegar.
Sodium benzoate and potassium metabisulfite.
Yes. So please learn all these questions, because it is asked in your exam. ये आपका एग्जाम में आता है, chemical preservative. Then you have to add know the name of one preservative that is always available in our household work, that is sugar and salt. Means the question can be twisted in any way, but if you are to the answer, if you are knowing the answer, then you can answer in your own word also. Now, what is pasteurization method?
It is a form of heating and quick cooling of
It is a
milk
method
and
of
also
preserving
called
milk.
Pressurized heating for a
Heating
short
to a
may be
72
considered
degrees
as a mild
Celsius.
from heat treatment.
It is below 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100.
Pressurization is the method of preserving milk by heating it to 72 degrees Celsius, followed by a quick cooling.
Okay, pasteurization. In pasteurization method, this is a pressurized heating for a short time, and it is to a temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees centigrade. Then what is vacuum packing, children?
In this, the food is
Stored food in a vacuum
packed
environment
so as to
usually
prohibit the growth of
Food is
microorganisms.
usually an airtight bag or bottle.
Usually in airtight bag or
Used for
bottle.
storing nuts.
Now,
Vacuum packing stores food in a vacuum environment, usually a airtight bag or bottle.
what will happen if the dried stuff will not be vacuum packed? What will happen?
They will be oxidized
Due to
and
lost
damaged.
its taste, it will get oxidized and will lose its taste and will be ordered. Will be ordered and will be bad in taste.
Now you tell me, Vansraj, do you know the reason? Vansraj? Just say. Why do you all leave the class? I don't understand. Anupriya, do you know what will happen if these foodstuffs are not vacuum packed? If you just pack it normally,
Ma'am,
then what
it
will happen?
gets spoilage of food.
Why? Why?
Ma'am,
Because
there-
our air has got moisture content. I just ask you question because I want to know the level of answer coming from your side, and then I will add to your answer so that all of you can know. So you said that it will be spoiled. It cannot be in its proper taste. So why it is so? It is so because the air contains moisture, and moisture just inhibits, just helps in growth of microorganism, and that is why your food stuffs can be spoiled if it is not vacuum packed. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
रीजन सबको समझ में आ गया? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Then after that, canning. What is this canning?
It involves cooking food and
Yes, ma'am.
sterilizing
It
jars,
involves
cooking,
cooking, sealing for
spoiling the
cans or
containers
jars.
or removing the remaining bacteria.
Boiling containers to
Followed
kill
the boiling
the
of
remaining
containers to kill
bacteria.
bird and
It is a
remaining.
form of sterilization.
Here also, the point is that we have to sterilize the cans and bottles where we are going to store the foodstuffs, just because we have to make our foodstuffs very much protected by the germs. So canning is also a method done after sterilization of the cans, and it is also made airtight. Because have you ever opened the bottle of those cold drinks or soft drinks? What we do, we see that the gases get evolved from it, isn't it? After we open the bottle. So that means what?
Yes.
The gas
CO2.
which is generated by those soft drinks get stored in it. And it is not coming in contact with the air outside. So that should be also airtight. And it should be done after sterilization of the bottles or cans. Then what is freezing?
When food is kept at below freezing temperature.
Below freezing temperature.
only
So,
perishable foods are
What
stored
will
in
happen?
freezing.
Due to heat of,
Storing the food.
Most chemical changes take place at such a
Still that
reduced state that
my
only minor changes are noticeable even after a long period.
Chemical changes rate, the minor changes are noticeable even after a long period of storage.
Okay. So here, any problem, children? Any queries, questions?
No, ma'am.
I have a
No, ma'am.
question from chapter 3.
Chapter
Ma'am,
3, I'm coming to
I
that
have
topic.
to ask
You can ask at that. Okay. Which point you have queries?
Yes, ma'am. In tensile strength.
Okay, I'll come to that point. I think Ananya, your audio is not working properly. Ananya, I think sound is coming very broken. Sound is coming from your background. ठीक है, चलो देखते
Yes, ma'am.
हैं. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
at present, why? First of all, we are coming to this chapter, metals and non-metals. Children, are you all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do we classify elements? Or why do we classify some
Because-
elements?
Because it is difficult to study all the properties
Describe
of
all
all
the properties of all these
metals
elements
together,
separately.
and
Hence, elements
these
showing similar properties are grouped together and their general
elements
characteristics are studied.
Why not you speak? Navya, you speak. Navya.
Yes, ma'am. There are about
Both
118 elements. There are about
Hey,
118 elements known at
Why
present.
do we classify objects or elements or substances?
Yes, ma'am. It is difficult to study and describe the properties of all the elements separately. Hence, the elements showing similar properties are grouped together and their general characteristics are studied. So, it is important to classify the elements.
Okay. Now, Aditya Anand, 8H. Aditya Anand, are you there? Alok Kumar. I want other section students also to interact. Alok Kumar, 8G.
Yes, ma'am.
Why you all are just joining and keeping silent? Keshav? Nobody is responding. Piyush Raj? Piyush?
Yes, ma'am.
Boliye. How many elements are there at present?
There are 118 elements present.
And how many categories we have broadly classified them?
Two types. One is
Two
metals
categories.
and
Two categories.
second
What
is
are they?
non-metals. Metals and non-metals.
Okay. Now, what are the characteristics of metals? Or where do metals occur? Piyush Raj, 8G. Piyush?
Yes, ma'am. Metals
Bolo.
mostly occur in Earth's crust.
Once again.
Metals are mostly occur in Earth's crust.
Okay. And what is its characteristic? Characteristic, Boli? Some metals are very reactive, some are lesser reactive also. Clear?
Yes,
Then, what are minerals and what are ores? Naman, can you answer? Naman Garg?
Yes, ma'am.
Bolo. What are minerals and what are ores?
A natural occurring inorganic substance found deep under the surface of Earth are called minerals. Ores is a mineral form which is one or more metals can be extracted.
Extracted profitably. Okay. Now this extraction, you all understand? Extraction. Mineral does not exist in its means they are not in its original state. They are a combination. They are a mixture, and these mixtures are of a particular type of element is present in a particular ore in larger quantity, and we select that ore for its extraction for that metal.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So we have got two examples, that is of ores, that is aluminum is extracted from bauxite ore and iron is extracted from
Hematite.
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 What is it known as? From which we can
Metallurgy.
extract. That is
Metallurgy.
Metallurgy.
The sequences of process
Okay.
from which we can extract the metal
in its pure form from its ore.
Satyam Chaudhary. Which section you are? I'm not knowing because we have not mentioned it here. Satyam. Because children, if you are joining the class, be attentive. And that is why I am telling you name wise, so that I want to make you alert that everyone should be there, present mentally and physically to answer the question. Siddhant Kumar.
Yes,
Siddhant,
ma'am.
you tell me, define metallurgy.
Metal. The sequence of processes used to extract a metal from its ore is known as metallurgy.
Okay, and what are those sequence? What are the steps by which we can extract the metal?
Concentration of ore, reduction, and refining of metal. Concentration of ore. It is a process of removal of impurities from the ore, and reduction. It is the process of treating the metal ore to get the metal in its pure form, and the process of refining of the impure metal is known as refining.
Okay, very good. Now, children, there are so many physical and chemical properties which makes us differentiate between their characteristic between the properties of metals and non-metals, isn't it? So,
Yes, ma'am.
how many physical properties we are going to see here in our chapter? That is our nine physical 10 physical properties are there. 10 physical properties are there by which we can differentiate between metals and non-metals. One by one you all will describe. Yashasvi Rai, 8G.
Yes, ma'am.
आप बोलिए physical state.
All metals except mercury exist in solid state in room temperature, whereas mercury is the only metal which stays in liquid form in room temperature, and non-metals generally can be found in 3 states: solid, liquid, and gases.
Yes.
In
You can
non-metals,
non-metals also.
non-metals staying in liquid is bromine, in gases oxygen, nitrogen, and in solid carbon.
Okay. Now Janvi Sharma, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
You tell me melting and boiling point. Differentiate the metals and non-metals on the basis of melting point and boiling point.
Okay, ma'am. Metals generally have high melting point as well as high boiling points. Just for example, iron. While calcium metal is an exception because its melting point is only 28.7 degrees Celsius. While non-metals generally have low melting as well as low boiling points. For example, the melting point of sulfur is 119 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
And exception is diamond. Its melting point is very high, that is 3723 degrees Celsius.
Children, all of you, please learn this temperature, exceptional temperature. All of you have to know the exceptional temperature because question will be asked from the exceptions which are there in the chapter. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
It is very important.
Yes, ma'am.
Then density, according to the density, answer. Others also raise your hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, ma'am.
After
Ma'am, may I?
Ma'am, may I?
You all will be then the chance. Let other students also. Adya, you answer. What is the density? According to the density, differentiate.
Metals generally have high density. Non-metals generally have low density. Sodium
Ma'am, in exceptions, sodium and potassium, which are metals, have a quite low density. Um, ma'am, their density is
Less than
value is
what?
less than water.
Yes. Now, what about the hardness? After Adya, Vashvi Sagar. Vashvi,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
you say.
Most metal are very hard. They can withstand quite high pressures without getting destroyed. Non-metals are generally not hard. They are brittle and easily break into pieces when hammered. Sodium and potassium are the exceptions. These metals are so soft and they can be easily cut with knife.
Okay.
And diamond is a non-metal and it is very hard.
And it is known as to be the hardest substance. Okay. Pragya. Pragya Raj,
Yes, ma'am.
you tell me about Lakshya.
Metals generally have a shining appearance. This is known as a metallic luster. Non-metals generally have a dull surface, and they are also non-lustrous. But there is exception. Iodine have a naturally shining surface and have a natural luster.
Yes. Natural luster. Okay. Then malleability.
Ma'am, may
Shaurya. Shaurya Kumar.
Yes, ma'am.
Shaurya. Tell me
Yes,
what
ma'am.
is malleability?
Metal are malleable. That is, they can be hammered into the sheet without breaking, and non-metal are non-malleable. They cannot be hammered into sheets. They briefly and break into pieces on being hammered.
It is brittle, children, brittle. Brittle means which can be broken easily. Malleability means you can bake very thin, fine sheet. Have you ever seen the sweets having a brighter surface, covered with a brighter surface, especially in barfi? Or some laddus also. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is there?
Silver
Yes,
covering.
What
ma'am.
is there?
Yes.
That is
That
silver
is
coating.
a thin sheet of
Silver coating.
silver.
Ma'am, silver coat.
Silver.
Ma'am, silver cotton thin sheet hota.
हाँ, so you can just imagine that how thin that film is. That is just like a powdery surface which can be stick to our fingers also.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Yes,
So
Yes, ma'am.
malleability means
Yes,
broken
ma'am.
into sheets. Have you ever seen the zinc or aluminium sheets made for making different types of boxes and all?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So malleability and ductility. Somebody was asking about ductility and tensile strength. अनन्या आपका आज बहुत पुअर क्वालिटी है, थोड़ा आवाज डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है. हम आपको बता देते हैं. Ductility means drawn into thin wires and tensile strength means how you can stretch. ठीक है, कितना स्ट्रेच हो सकता है. तो ये किसमें होगा ज्यादा टेंसाइल स्ट्रेंथ? मेटल्स में होगा या नॉन मेटल्स?
Metals.
Ma'am,
तो
metals.
उसमें क्या होता है, जैसे सपोज कर लो हम लोग स्प्रिंग जो बनाते हैं, स्प्रिंग इज मेड अप ऑफ व्हाट? आयरन और you can say steel.
Copper.
These are what? Metals. So they can be just molded into spring, and when you will stretch it, it can go to a very large distance. वो बहुत large distance तक stretch हो सकता है. That is your tensile strength. That means the stretchability of that object. Then conductivity. Who will say conductivity?
Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am, can I, Navya?
May I?
Can I?
Ma'am, may I?
Ma'am, may I?
Ma'am, may I?
Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am.
Navya, you have said once. Anushri. Okay. Yashashri. Bolo.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ductility. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. This property of metals is known as ductility. Copper, aluminium, and iron bars are commonly used for electrical fittings, making net doors and wire meshes, and so on. Non-metals are non-ductile, that is, they cannot be drawn into wires.
Then next is your thermal conduct. I am asking about conductivity. Ria, can you say? Ria?
Yes, ma'am. Conductivity. The ability of a material to transfer heat energy or electrical current from one point to another is taken as an indicator of its conductivity. We generally speak of two types of conductivities, thermal conductivity and electrical conductivity. Thermal conductivity. The thermal conductivity of a material is a measure of the ease with which heat energy can flow through it. Non-metals cannot allow heat energy to flow through them, but heat energy can flow through metals. Electrical conductivity. The electrical conductivity of a material is a measure of the ease with which electrical current can flow through it. Non-metals are generally poor conductors of heat and electricity. Metals are good conductors of electricity.
Okay, good. Athar?
Yes, ma'am.
Sonorosity.
Yes, ma'am. Sonorosity. When a piece of metal is struck with something hard, a ringing sound is produced. This property of metal is known as sonorosity. Metals are therefore said to be sonorous. It is due to the property that metals are used for making bells. Non-metals are not sonorous.
Okay. So, children, we are going to come to the end of this this class hour. One time, quickly tell me metal word. Who will say?
Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am, repeat the question. Ma'am, repeat the question.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, may I say?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, ma'am.
May I?
Bolo, Kavish, quickly.
Ma'am, may I? Voice clear नहीं है
Ma'am,
Ma'am, may I?
Can you answer?
Ma'am, may I answer?
Ma'am, may I?
Ma'am, may I?
Ma'am, can I, Navya?
Ma'am, please repeat the question.
Ma'am, what is the question?
Elements which show some properties of metals as well as non-metals are called metalloid.
Example?
For example,
So, children,
On germanium.
silicon, germanium, and arsenic are the examples. Now, children, tomorrow all of you will make a comparative chart of chemical properties for metals and non-metal. We are going to have the discussion on that topic, chemical
Ma'am, your
properties,
voice is
and
not
go
clear.
through all the
Ma'am, आपका voice clear नहीं है.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, voice is not clear.
Ma'am, आपका voice clear नहीं है.
Ma'am, your
Ma'am, your voice is
clear.
not coming
Ma'am,
clear.
your voice is not.
Okay, and just discussing the homework that you have to learn the comparative